Hello, this is Justin Greenlaw, Master of Public Health and National Registered Paramedic. So I'll be discussing this overview of my PowerPoint regarding my dissertation topic and study topic. So the purpose of the study is to explore the experiences of licensed paramedics with their preparation for the field. So this is going to be for currently licensed paramedics, so I'll actually alter that a little bit. Um, so this will examine the overall process of the preparatory functions, within school, within their department, or wherever, if they're progressing up from a EMT basic to the paramedic level. So a lot of these experiences I've had personally, because I'm a current paramedic, and a lot of my coworkers and friends have as well. So I kind of want to examine the overall experience of them by means of what assessment skills they learned that they actually used, what things were lacking, if they were prepped for the sleep deprivation, the long work hours, anything and everything regarding experiences of their preparation for the field of emergency medicine. Moving on. So my personal professional introduction. I currently have full-time firefighter paramedic for the city of Portland. I work two 24s here. 24s is just the 24-hour shifts. I also work part-time for a town right under Portland. Very slow, nice and easy town, so I get to do a lot of homework and things like that there. Also working two 24s there. And two other positions. One is a part-time York County EMA special ops position, so I respond statewide for hazmat emergencies and related, big scale incidents like that. And I'm a full-time instructor for the Emergency Medical Services program, so I teach paramedicine there as a full-time lab instructor, so I do all the hands-on skill assessments. My personal educational journey is pretty kind of back and forth between levels. So the order that I wrote is not quite the order I obtained these things. I started with a Associate of Liberal Studies. That was supposed to be a business degree, but I was very young, did not do well. Ended up going in the Army, and then I went back online and finished that just to get something. So I got an Associates of Arts there. I got an Associates of Science in Paramedicine. Just a couple of years ago. And prior to that, I got a bachelor's in human services. Then I went back up to get that paramedicine. So in order, I got a associate's, a bachelor's, an associate's, and then a master's in public health. I have a ton of certifications within this field of fire and EMS. And then I obviously, chose this topic due to my passion for the emergency medical realm. I have a big dedication to the educational component of things. I think that education is obviously the backbone to kind of everything we're doing in the professional realm. So if you're not educated and knowledgeable, you're not going to be able to perform to that expectation that the citizens expect when they call 911. So this will largely be both personal and professional for me, as well as my educational component. So kind of hitting all realms on my topic here. So again, exploring the experiences of the currently licensed paramedics with their preparation for the field. So this will be, illuminating all of the various educational components within paramedic school that need, to be adjusted, that need to be less talked about or more talked about, kind of just gauging the general experience regarding education. And then on top of education, we'll examine the experiences of personal life, home life, sleep health, physical health, mental health, and kind of just examine whether or not this was adequate or not. So I think it's going to be very, very intriguing to examine my peers in that way, and then also, people I don't know and all the literature that's out there. Um, so yeah, and also too just how that preparation came to fruition, whether or not it was adequate or not. If the paramedic has confidence, the ability, knowledge, if they're getting the experience, excuse me, they need, and retention of all that info that was crammed in their brains in that short time. Also, I have COVID, so my voice is sounding a little different, and I'm also having a hard time not making noises to try to uh, speak a little better. So excuse me for that. Keywords, pretty self-explanatory ones. I threw in a few extra ones that may, elicit a finder trying to find, a certain component, and may land on mine by mistake, like student well-being and student health and stuff. But it is going to be a key component of my research. But all the other keywords, pretty obvious: paramedic, emergency medicine, education in general, experiences in general, training and schooling. So, key information. So, according to Michael and others, uh, this is actually just this year. So, it's pretty cool that there's already some research being done now that I can kind of guide my research on. So, according to Michael and others, quote, paramedicine is a psychologically high risk profession with workers routinely exposed to fatalities and severe medical and emotional trauma. During this During their studies, paramedicine students undergo practical training with ambulance crews. Without experience and often with limited emotional preparation, students are exposed to many of the same graphic and traumatic situations as working professionals. End quote. And that was located on page one of his research article. So I put this in here just because it's definitely important to kind of understand that it's not just medical concepts and knowledge and skills and things. There's a big mental and psychological component to this. It's 1 minute you're with your friends at the table, and the next you're performing a severe intervention to save someone's life, and it could be in front of their friends or family or kids, or there could be a lot of trauma involved. There's a lot of things that go into this as well, and I feel personally that it was not super harped on in paramedic school. So that'll be interesting to gauge the experiences of the currently licensed paramedic folks, that whether or not they feel the same way. Excuse me again, I apologize. So paramedic school, super short. It's actually should be criminal how short it is. Mine was 13 months total. So that 13 months, once I passed everything and passed the national test, I, on paper my abilities were suitable to cut, someone's throat, to put a tube in, to realign a limb, to put a needle in someone's neck. Just incredible things that you would never think someone with a 13-month education experience could conduct. So it's pretty jarring to read that out loud, even though I know it, but it still is wild to me. I kind of dwindled down the stats of it, of 52 meetings. That's without snow days, holidays, things like that. And then your personal like sick time or emergencies or whatever. So you're roughly only going 40 to 50-ish times a year, or in total actually, and that's it. So it's pretty wild. So in conclusion of this short little kind of presentation, paramedics in general are the first line responders to life and death situations, and they're the first ones that can make or break the outcome of that person or incident. So it's pretty remarkable what paramedics do and are expected to do. And I really look forward to kind of looking into these experiences of the paramedics for their preparation, if they were prepped correctly, if what different things they feel prepped them successfully, what things were harped on that were useless, what things they wished were added more. Um, yeah, and just kind of the general comfortability of that currently licensed medic, and um, whether or not it worked or it didn't work. So I look forward to doing this, and thank you very much.